about that? Well, I'm reminded of, again, William Faulkner, past isn't dead, it's not even past. So many of the things that we see as the dynamics of conversations that Lionel was talking about are on the sheets of paper that were just handed out. And that, again, is part of the deep roots, but what kind of trees blossom from that. The region's still in formation. Back to the way past. You're not that old, are you? No, I'm old. I'm sorry. This was my professor.
Yeah. And then the dean that was just talking earlier, I had him as a student, and I noticed John Shepard's on your board. He's a former student of mine, too.
So this is Ron Yankee, professor of geography here at Valparaiso, who's been teaching here for a long time, and everything I said that you disagree with today, he taught me. But a special part of Ron's research is about the Native American heritage of the region, including the far past of the Native American heritage. And Ron's going to introduce that topic as well as what the topic of the bus trip is this afternoon. So after Ron talks, we'll break for lunch, which is downstairs on your own in the cafeteria. They're ready for us. And at 1 o'clock, so we'll try to move those and take the bus trip to the bus in that direction. So.
Okay, but this is where we're going to go. South of here. Different world from what we've heard in a lot of the talk today. It's no boundary. We call it, geographers, what we've all been talking about is the boundary. And as we head south of Valparaiso, it's called the Red Valley. So there's all farmland and no minority whatsoever. In fact, someone said we have to stop for a bathroom because on our field trip there's no bathrooms on the stop, so I thought we'd go to Couts and we could go to the Couts Coffee Cup, spelled K with K's because of its connections with the KKK. That's down there. So it's totally different world from what we're. So if you want to come on the field trip, you're going to see things different. And I've been involved in a lot of the sites that are down there. We have the largest Hopewellian mound site in the state of Indiana. They were going to put a dump on top of it from the city of Chicago, and I was involved in the fight to protect that. And it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled that because of these Hopewellian mound sites there, that they're not going to put this dump. A variety of other reasons, but that was the number one reason that the justices said that they weren't going to do it. Now it's just sitting there. We're sort of at an early stage of where your group is. We've got that site just sitting there. We're going to get down to a different group called the Kankakee River Historical Site, and a farmer that is Collier Gun Club. We're going to see the old gun clubs that used to be there. The Louisville Gun Club, the Boston Gun Club are all down there. And we're going to see his attempts to, he'll be there and he'll show us this building, and we'll see his attempts to restore that building. So we're going to see some historical sites. We're going to walk and see what the original Kankakee River looked like, and then see the new river, which is a ditch, a drainage ditch, and see a particular farmer that's restored some of his land back into the marsh. We heard earlier about Potawatomi. We're going to see the main Potawatomi villages south of here. Their villages and burial sites are there. We're also, when we get to the Sand Islands, most of those were occupied by mound culture. So we'll see those mound sites. Bad news is it's raining a little bit out there, but we got a school bus, so we can I can talk to you inside the bus if the rain keeps coming. And it's short walking, so how many are in here are going on the field trip? Okay. You're gonna see things that few people have seen, because these are on private property on back roads. We're going to have some fun with the school bus. But it's a unique trip that not many people will get to see. And then I'll talk to you all afternoon about this, and if you've got questions. Anyone got questions right now? But I think it's interesting comparing your group and what's going on there. And what you're looking at is the initial stages. The woodland savanna now has got a lot of the farmers to put that land into trust, or sand island, because it's sandy soil and they don't use it, so we're getting that into trust. And we're trying to combine all of this and make it either into a state park or merge it with the Indiana Dunes National Park. The National Park will in this area. And it's going to be a little checkerboard just like the dunes. Yes, questions back there.
Has anybody ever done any mapping of Native American sites, like the villages and burial sites, out in that area? Is there some place to look actually where they were?
An archaeologist came from Michigan in 1933 and then mapped all of the mound sites that were in Porter County, and then came here for a summer, and this is the old school of archaeology, came through and cut a trench about 4 feet wide and 6 feet right down the center of every one, and took all the artifacts in there in Michigan. And we're trying to get those artifacts back here. You think a Native American trying to get their ancestors and to bury their bones, well, the same thing with artifacts and with historical sites. The other thing, too, I think is interesting, when we go south, the pull is toward Indianapolis. So we uncovered a French fort in the 80s that was here, and they took the whole thing down, and it's now at the Indiana State Museum in Indianapolis. We found an early mastodon bone, and it was dated 10,000 years ago when the ice was right here, just a couple miles south of here, with Folsom Point. That they took down to the Indianapolis. So a lot of the historical things are being removed, Michigan down to Indianapolis here, and we're hoping to try to get them back. The museum here has a large collection of Native American artifacts that farmers that live on those sand islands have given to the university here, and then once this becomes a park and a historical center with a museum, we're hoping to put all those artifacts there. But it's, you know, we're at a very early stage, and there's all different organizations that we'll probably see most of it today. Yeah, over here, yes.
What is being connected with the sand island here in the mound in Cahokia?
In Cahokia?
Yeah.
Cahokia was Mississippi mound culture, and it was like their capital city for mound culture in the northern upper Great Lakes. And it was right there with Ohio, and it's like St. Louis is there today. That's why it was there. Ohio, the Missouri, the Mississippi River were there, so it was a large city here that was the population estimated around 50,000. And it was the largest city in North America till Philadelphia became larger in 1806. And the city got so large that it was having trouble getting enough food to feed all the people. So the Kankakee Marsh was just loaded with wild rice that grew naturally here. So they set up a satellite city that we're going to see south here, where we're going. And there you have a ruler who are considered like Pharaoh's son people, they're called. The rulers at Cahokia, their sons were located here. And its estimated population was around 10,000. And they lived on those islands. And today the population in an area is probably 1,000, 90% less. We're going to see a spot where when they're going to remove the Potawatomi, and the Catholic bishop from Detroit came to say Mass for the Potawatomi. And that's the highest ranking Catholic official that ever spent in Porter County. Came to say Mass for the Indians in 1837. Sort of interesting. We have a Catholic bishop in Lake County, or Notre Dame, but not in Porter County. So we'll see that. See a spot with another Marquette Street.
No, it's all right.
a lot of you, all the history, or the main part of the history is south of it that took place because of the richness of that marsh. So I teach a geomorphology class. We go to the dunes, and they see all the spectacular dunes, and then we go to the Valparaiso Moraine, and then we go south, and it's perfectly flat, and they think they're going to be bored, but then all the history is here, and it makes it as interesting as any of the other field trips, and a unique area to preserve because of that history. And we got a lot of history people here, so sometimes I can emphasize the environment and the landform features, but we'll emphasize the history and the culture and people. Okay.
I think we should stop. Ron, I'm so grateful you can do this today. This is going to be really great. I'm grateful for Lionel and Greg Jones for bringing forward issues that I think we need to get into everyday conversation as part of the heritage of this region. Paul, thank you very much. Mike Longan and Steve McShane and Mike Scholler did a great job on helping get everything together for today. And thank you all for coming. We have, so the lunch is on your own in the cafeteria downstairs, 1 o'clock, maybe a few minutes after that door, I think, on the first floor. I think the bus will be on the first floor. All right, thank you.